So, news. We have Klay Thompson on our team. We need to win this game against a player that we're about to play against that we traded for. So let's go do this. I am still starting off the bench because I like joining the game and trying to make a trying to make a comeback. What's up, Clay? Oh my God, Klay Thompson. All right.
Hello and welcome to a great night of hoops. You can feel the excitement in the air for this game. It's part of the NBA Cup. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You take a look at the Warriors, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable. And check it out, New Orleans, behind 4.5 games.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've just been
All
relentless
right.
coming out of the gates.
Fine.
Well, those alarms seem to go off once a game, if you ask me. But looking at the bigger picture, coaches are watching for trends. You don't want to be a team that's going on losing streaks.
And a lot of talk this year about MP and his sights set on securing the NBA Cup for his team. It really adds a bit of intrigue and drama to what's already become a fan favorite here in the early goings of the NBA season.
I was late.
Yeah, as if we needed any more drama. MP, I think, draws a lot of attention to himself with his expectations and goals. But I admire that he puts his vision into reality and isn't afraid to tell the world what he wants to achieve. MP always seems to find a way to give us must-watch NBA action.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Suns played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Allie, great info there. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
MP outside.
Bang.
Counted from distance.
Yeah, just another thing MP does for this team, space the floor.
1:53 left to play in the first quarter. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control, they never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
And dialing into our broadcast remotely, I'm told we have Shams Charania here with a special report. Shams, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. The intel today is out of the Bay Area. The Warriors with an early season transaction. They make a big-time move getting Klay Thompson. Their front office prioritized shooting and championship experience. Klay Thompson brings you both. And sources tell me Thompson cannot wait to get going with his new team.
Always something going on, and we appreciate the update, Shams. Thanks. 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Shamet passes to MP.
Bang.
And the Warriors with another 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pelicans trail by 6. Shot to stop the run. Murray, no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Pass to Shamet. Here's Santos. MP outside.
Bang.
Another three for Golden State.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting the game the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
So for the Pelicans right now, they've got Marvin Bagley, Sadiq Bey out there,
Bang.
Steve Misi. Then there's TJ McConnell, and it's Fears in at the shooting guard position.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Pass to Misi. Here's Fears. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game.
Exchanging
Well, where's
buckets
Klay
from
Thompson?
downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope
Bang.
that you can get a stop first.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Bagley. Bey outside, fires for three. Santos pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And here's Moody from behind the arc. It's hauled in by McConnell. Here's Fears. Back to McConnell. Here he goes, and he makes it.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Reeves finds Nurkic. MP way outside. A quick look, no good that time. Pelicans trail by 8. Bey outside. Uncovered. Outside for McConnell. The three. The Warriors pull it in, and they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Bang.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. Green comes in for Santos. And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Queen, he's checked in for Bagley. Mamukelashvili comes in for Misi. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Bey. And it's Jones in for McConnell. Lets it go from deep. And the Pelicans miss again. The Warriors lead by 11. To the middle. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
I love the show of force by Green, putting the defense on notice with the jam.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Down low. And that's his third bucket in 8 attempts.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
MP way outside. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Pelicans trail by 11. Here's Fears. Pass to Queen. Here's Fears. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Jones. Pass to Fears. To the wing on the left. Lets the three fly. The Warriors pull it in. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of New Orleans this year.
The team they beat in round 1 of the playoffs last season. Now, those guys will be looking for some serious payback. Now, that's some serious range from MP.
Pelicans trail by 14. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Guys?
All right, thank you, Allie. For New Orleans, they've gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Here's Mamukelashvili, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Here's Fears. And New Orleans getting another bucket right there.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
On the wing, Green. MP way
Bang,
outside.
there we go.
And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, PA. Unbelievable.
Put play in.
And the Warriors make some changes. Shamit comes in for Moody. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Reeves. Murray's checked in for the Pelicans. 1:25 left in the second. This one for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
A
Bang.
big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
And they were just draining it from outside. A great team shooting performance.
Here's Mamukelashvili. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Mamukelashvili's got 12.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his team.
Bang!
Ooh, a silky 3 from MP.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Murray. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to MP. Here's the 3. And the
Bang.
Warriors with another 3.
I just love the ball movement.
And so Murray will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 17. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league.
Bang!
Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Talk about an unselfish superstar. Klay Thompson with great individual traits, but he's all about the team. He could force things, but instead he chooses.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for Golden State.
Normally I'd say,
And that is going to do it.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to... Warriors will go with a different look here. Nurkic has checked in for Porzingis. Santos comes in for Green. Goodwin's checked in for Moody. And MP subbed in for Pajemski. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid, fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision And I just don't think that's something you
Bang.
can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
We've got Austin Reeves. MP is out there with Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Santos in at the power forward spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
This speaks to how confident Murphy is. Excellent at recognizing when to take these shots.
Ooh, stolen by Murray. Here's Queen. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray finishing it off.
And the quickness and burst of Murray on display.
And here's MP from
Bang.
outside. Sinks it from distance. McGinnis has got 48.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Pelicans trail by 15. Pass to Queen. On the wing, Murray, covered by MP. Murray with it. 14 points for him. Fires the 3, and Trey Murphy hits from deep. 18 points for him.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
And you have to love the two-way ability of DeJounte Murray, Coach.
Well, Brian,
And it's
Bang.
good! He hits another one!
I mean, how many times have we seen him fill it up this season? It seems like he's scoring 50 every night.
That gives him the 4th most 50-point games in a single season. What a milestone. Pass to Jones. 4-3. Rebounded by Nurkic.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And here's MP
Bang.
from outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And the Pelicans call time here. And the Warriors making a change here. Shamit's checked in. He's really been spectacular lately. Here's your Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
And a foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Done. He's checked in for Goodwin. We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Mamukelashvili. He's got 19. That one goes. Count it. Murray's got 16 points now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue
Bang.
to attack.
And the basket by McGinnis.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Outside Bagley. Pass to Murray. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
And here's MP from outside.
Bang.
And another one. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Murray against MP. To the wing, right side. For 3, Fears. The Warriors pull it in. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. MP way outside.
Bang!
Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Murray against MP. Now here's Murray. He's guarded closely. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it.
so that last play pretty much sums up their effort in this one. Not good.
Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. And then for New Orleans,
Bang!
Mamukelashvili. And Sadiq Bey subbed in for Jones.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
To halt the run, Murray, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
From deep, MP. Oh, and
Bang!
falls. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
NBA, it feels like he can't miss.
No good. Would have counted had it gone. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. The Warriors shooting very well, 66% for the game and looking really strong. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Fears and Murphy at the 2 and the 3. Sadiq Bey out there with Marvin Bagley. And it's McConnell in at the point. Here's Fears. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Willis. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Golden State Warriors. On Friday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
Bang!
For their matchup with Cleveland, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. McConnell outside. Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range. Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
And here's McConnell. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. From downtown, here's Bagley. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
Well, that's a great effort. Unwilling to let that possession die.
Pass to Goodwin. Back to MP. Takes a 3.
Bang!
And the Warriors with another 3.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Bey outside. Bagley sets a screen. Bey with room to shoot, and the jumper from the wing offline.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
McGinnis, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Bagley down low, and there's a 3-second violation. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
From deep, MP.
Bang!
Again! What an avalanche!
Incredible! 81 on the night, channeling his inner Mambo right now.
There's no slowing this guy down. He's on fire. Lets it go. Gets an open look and hits it. 23 points in the game.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
Pass to MP.
Bang!
Another 3 for Golden State.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Queen. That one's good. On the assist from McConnell.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
The Warriors have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Now here's MP. Here's Goodwin. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Bay outside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. A nice shot by Fears.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
The Warriors have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Shamet passes to MP. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fears. To the paint. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
We've seen what this young man can do, and we're seeing it again here. Murphy having an outstanding game.
And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total.
On the wing, Jones. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Shot is up. Mamukelashvili, no good. And the Warriors shooting 64% for the game. Amazing.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
At the line for the Pelicans.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. On the wing, MP.
Bang! In your fucking face!
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in for him.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game.
At the line for the Pelicans.
Second free throw, no good. From deep, MP.
Bang!
And the Warriors with another 3.
Since the break, he's been on point from beyond the arc. I'll tell you what, when he's this hot, it's a thing of beauty.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. That win brings them to a 3-0 start for the group play stage of the NBA Cup.
And now they're focused on getting a clean sweep over their group.
And how did you approach this game, knowing your team is already set up to advance in the NBA Cup?
Just like any other game.
BA, over to you.
As always, thank you, Jennifer. And that'll wrap